was having a pleasant dream when what sounded like hammering woke me. After that, I could barely hear the muffled sound of dirt covering the coffin over my own scream. Number 2. I woke up to hear knocking on glass. At first, I thought it was the window, until I heard it come from the mirror again. Number 3. There was a picture in my phone of me sleeping. I live alone. Number 4. My wife woke me up last night to tell me there was an intruder in our house. She was murdered by an intruder 2 years ago. Number 5. I never go to sleep, but I keep waking up. Number 6. The last thing I saw was my alarm clock flashing 12:07 before she pushed her long, rotting nails through my chest, her other hand muffling my scream. I sat bolt upright, relieved it was only a dream, but as I saw my alarm clock read 12:06, I heard my closet door creak open. Number 7. There's nothing like the laughter of a baby, unless it's 1 a.m. and you're home alone. Number 8. I begin tucking him into bed, and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody on my bed." Number 9. I always thought my cat had a staring problem. She always seemed fixated on my face. Until one day, when I realized that she was always looking just behind me. Number 10.
Sarah!
A girl heard her mom yell her name from downstairs. So she got up and started to head down.
Sarah!
As she got to the stairs, her mom pulled her into her room and said,
I heard it too. Stay in here and don't make a sound.
What does she see with her emerald eyes? What causes her tail to twitch and ears to prick? What resides outside emitting obscure sounds? Things to be heard, but never found. What does her kind sense that ours cannot? Are they whispers of angels or demons' thoughts? Or is it more simple, such as a rat or fox? Or is it more sinister? I hope not. I hope her paranoia is unfounded. I hope her fears are not grounded. When she alights on my window, I pray it's for naught, because I see nothing. But she sees a lot. She escaped once, hunting before dawn. Whatever was lurking would soon be gone. But she met her match out there in the mist. And I miss her so she shall be missed. We buried the body, a tearful affair. She's no longer hunting, no longer scared. Why then has she returned to stand watch on the sill? My eternal protector. I thought you were killed.
My name's Devin Michaels. This is my girlfriend, Amy.
Pleasure, I'm sure.
I see. You're a Mets fan.
You're referring to my hat? Yeah, I'm from the Bronx. Never liked rooting for the Yankees. Always been partial toward the underdog, if you ask me.
I can respect that. Alright. Let's get to business. Can I get your name for the record?
Just call me John.
Is that your real name?
I'd prefer not to answer that.
Okay, well, could you tell me why you're here, John?
I found your blog, your YouTube channel. I know what kind of things you've been digging into, looking into. You've been asking a lot of questions, doing a lot of digging. I feel obligated to inform you just what it is you're digging into.
Alright, let's start from the beginning. What agency were you employed by?
I can't answer that specifically. I worked for an intelligence aggregate, interested in a very specific type of information.
What kind of information would that be?
We call it chain events. Linked phenomena which cannot be explained. All of it. Grisly murders, kidnappings, or things that would keep you up at night. These chain events were generally dismissed as urban legends by local authorities. Hell, even most Federal authorities thought it was all bullshit. But we weren't them. We didn't have the luxury of dismissing anything. Rule 101 for intelligence gathering: dig, no matter what you dig. And that's what we focused on. Sleep-deprived Russian prisoners, demon dogs, cursed items, you name it. We looked into all of it. We were ordered to investigate these events. We were very rarely given permission to interact directly in these incidents. Our standing orders were simply to observe.
Observe what?
What do you think? Look, I came here to help you out, kid. You're delving into some very dark shit, and I think you need to understand what it is you're dealing with. Who I worked for, and what my orders were, irrelevant to you. So let's cut to the chase. How long has I been stalking you?
What?
Tall, wears a suit, no face.
How did you know?
Oh, please don't insult me. I can see it in your face, and your girlfriend's. You haven't slept in weeks. You've lost a lot of weight. Have the nightmares started yet?
He's been after us for about a month now. I think he started stalking Amy first, though.
So what do you know about the Grossman?
What is he?
We have files dating back to the Neolithic era on this son of a bitch, and we don't even have the foggiest idea what the hell he is.
What does he want?
We don't know what he wants either, but judging by his behavior, he is hostile towards us.
Can he be stopped?
Back in '82, we had it cornered. In a small town in Jersey, 2 teams of men went in to bring it in, dead or alive. These men were elite. SEALs, Special Forces, you know the works. 2 teams, 40 men total. Not one came back alive. I was in the command vehicle, an armored car. The thing tore off the doors like it was nothing, and dragged my partner screaming into the woods.
Jesus Christ.
What can we do then? Is it just going to kill us? No matter what we do?
If it wants, but it generally prefers to torment its victims. Play with them. Everywhere I went, it followed. For 12 fucking years that thing stalked me. It destroyed my marriage, my career, everything. Then it went after my daughter. Police suspected a kidnapping. It was a kidnapping, alright. Then it left me alone.
So what, you're telling us there's no way to stop it?
Now you're catching on. The funny thing is, when it stopped stalking me, all I wanted was it to come back. Just so I could rip its fucking guts out.
Well, thank you for your time, but I don't know if you have anything useful left to...
Did I say I was finished? Truth is, I don't give a shit about you or your girlfriend. I tried to find that son of a bitch, but never did. But then I had an idea. Why not find its next target? It's only a matter of time before it shows its face. Jesus, I cracked myself up.
Look, I don't want any trouble.
Sorry, but I've waited long enough for this. Come on, kiddies. It's a lovely night for a stroll in the woods. $12 years. 12 fucking years. I know you're fucking out there. Come out. Finish what you started. You've got 3 seconds to show yourself. Then I finish it for you. 1, 2. It's over! You got nobody to fuck with except me. Show yourself! Fucking show yourself, you son of a bitch! You killed my daughter, my partner, you dragged my life into the fucking gutter, and for what? Huh? What? You fucking coward! You shadowy freak! Get out here and finish it! Finish it! Oh Christ. Oh God, what have I...
Earlier this afternoon, 2 hikers discovered the bodies of 2 local youths, Devin Michaels and Amy Sunderland. The cause of death was determined to be a gunshot wound from a handgun. A car was discovered half a mile away from the scene of the crime on a dirt road and was reported to belong to the suspected culprit, former FBI employee Lawrence Bennett. Local authorities launched a forest-wide manhunt, but were unable to find any clues except for a New York Mets baseball team.
Get in. You betrayed me. Now, ask me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full. 1 for the master. 1 for the dame. 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane.
What the fuck is that?
These streets give off the stench of filth that will infect you like cancer. The infection grows inside, then turns people into products of this toxic environment. This city is the wrong place to be. Too many have died in its alleyways, begging. Screaming. The newspapers call me crazy, and maybe they're right too, but there's purpose to my madness. Back in the service, we didn't have names, we had numbers. Mine, 522. Unit 522. That's what they call me. Creepy looking son of a bitch, Theurgen. Ever since King Spook got himself locked up in Axeman, he's been the king of crime, and you don't get to be top dog on these streets without destroying countless lives. They say he has multiple personalities, and all of them are evil. Look at him. sitting there, playing cards with the other parasites while his Fearagers do his dirty work. I killed one of them before I made my way here tonight. He told me a story before I put one in his head, and now I'm here at this spot, at this time, and soon I'm going to fucking paint that card table with his brains. That is, as long as my plans aren't foiled again by the Juntan savior. Eden thinks she can make a difference with her heroism and her juvenile sense of justice. These streets need to be cleansed with the blood of criminals, but she's not from here, and she has no idea how corruptible humans are. She's so blind that she doesn't even realize that Furigen owns more than half the police. No, this pit of hell needs a more permanent solution, and I am that solution.
I thought I told you to stay out of my city.
Something is going on up there. Get the car.
I confess, I'm not the least bit surprised. I'm physically outmatched. Her alien fists are like iron, and her speed, skillful and deadly. But it's okay. I can take it. She may be iron, but I'm a rock. Damn it. Foiled again. I think it's about time I... Almost forgot about the sidekick, Valeria. Almost as bad as Eden. That little trick would have put most men down for a while. But I'm not most men.
Don't lose this again.
There are only very few moments in my life where I've cut and run. But unfortunately, no mortal man can take on the two of them. There's tough, then there's stupid, then there's this shit. Funny. Two alien warriors, highly trained in the ancient combat of their home world, masters interstellar travel, brought to a halt by a flash grenade. Gotta enjoy the little things.
You, young one, must learn to calm down. Unit got away, ran away like the coward that he is. But you must learn patience. We know his intentions now. Wherever Firigen shows up, Unit will surely be there. And that is when we will strike. All we need to do is wait.
But this is becoming a problem.
My family and I live in Arizona, and we occasionally visit our Navajo family in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We left early to get there by noon or less. It is a very long and boring trip there, but we get there before noon and we have time to mess around and talk with our extended family. And we, kids, start to play around till the evening starts to show. The house is too small for everyone to fit and sleep in. Some of the kids have to sleep in the trailer and truck camper, but 2 of my cousins and I had the amazing luck of sleeping in the old, slightly torn tent. We are well asleep at this point, and for some unknown reason, I wake up. Of course, I'm still tired and rubbing my eyes while yawning, meaning I wasn't well aware of my surroundings. Once I finish rubbing my eyes, I look straight at the entrance of the tent and see a figure, illuminated by the back porch light, standing in front of the tent. At first I was scared, but thought it was my other cousins just messing with us. As this person was still standing outside our tent looking at us, I turned to one of my older cousins who was 2 years older than me to wake him up and tell him that someone was standing outside of our tent. He tries to brush me off, but I persist and he turns to me and asks me what I wanted. I tell him to look at the entrance of the tent, and he does. I've never seen someone go from the brink of sleep to sheer panic and alertness in their eyes that fast before. He looks at me with this panicked face and tells me to be quiet. He whispers to me that it's a Skinwalker and that we need to be quiet again. We lay there for the longest time, and from my memory it was at least an hour or more. We were just about to go back to sleep because it hadn't done anything. Then it started to move around the tent. Remember when I said this was an old tent? Yeah, it had some holes in it. One of the holes was the size of a quarter, and I decided to be brave. As it continues to walk around the tent a 4th time, I slowly crawl towards the hole and try to take a look. As I did this, my cousin told me to get back to the bed or it'll hurt us. Of course, as a kid, I ignored the warning. I'm at the quarter-size hole and looking out to see whatever it was. It comes around the hole, and what I saw was bone-chilling. I bolt back and hide under my sleeping bag while my cousin does the same. This thing decided to stop moving and start looking at us again. I hid under the covers and spent every ounce of energy being scared. And then I finally fell asleep. I woke up early, maybe around 5, and I decided to look around the tent to see if there was anything there. I see footprints, bare footprints that send shivers throughout my body. I saw the footprints move around the tent. This hit me hard because I was now realizing it wasn't a dream. As I further investigate the footprints, I noticed that it went off track. It went off to the rocky hills nearby where we were staying at. I followed the track to the hills, about a football field away from the house. As I continue to follow the tracks, something strange and scary happens. It goes from 2 footprints walking for a while to footprints and handprints in the dirt starting to form. I found that kinda strange because no person would do that out here. As I followed the tracks further into the hills, the hands and feet started to get smaller and smaller. It then subtly changed into coyote paw prints. That is when I stopped and turned back home, first walking fast, then onto a full-on run. When I got back, I sat down on the back porch for a while and thought about telling my family, but I didn't think that they would believe me. In the end, I didn't tell anyone, even the cousin I woke up in the middle of the night. Well, that's my story. I urge you guys to not go into the Navajo reservation to go looking for them. You will bite off more than you can chew. We, my people, take these beings very seriously and do our best to not talk about them. Even though I broke this code, I just thought to warn you guys about them. Whoever is listening are the first people to hear this story. I had a few more stories to tell, but this is by far the scariest one I had.